Hey, this is Sin, and I'm going to be going over this book, SQL for Data Scientists. And what we're going to be going over is who's this book made for, readability, number of pages, and what this book is about. So I found this book at the public library, and I was like, I'm going to check it out. So one of the things that I like to do is check out the book first, and then if I like it enough or if I find it useful, I will buy it. And so the book is written by Renee Tate. Sorry if I butcher her last name. And she has a lot of experience working with data. And so as I was going through this, I was seeing how it applied to me. Now the title, SQL for Data Scientists, is the perfect title for this book because it really is for data scientists. Now, if you're a data analyst, this book isn't going to serve you because for data analysts, your bread and butter is going to be SQL. In contrast, data scientists, where they're using other languages such as R, Python, Java, etc., they're not in SQL as much as a data analyst would be. So if you're a data analyst, a statistician, a researcher, then you would probably benefit from this book because she gets straight to the point. The readability of this book is actually pretty easy to read, and the book isn't that thick. It has like around 275 pages in it. In the book, she provides code and examples for you to read through. So if you're a visual learner like me, that is perfect because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to read this. I want to see your code. And that's actually what she does. So let me see if I can provide you with an example. I don't know if you guys could see this, but a lot of times she's providing the example and then how the table looks or is supposed to look. And so for me, that would have been or is helpful when trying to digest this information. And so if you're a green data scientist, statistician, or researcher who just went in the field and your boss is like, hey, you're going to need to pull your own data from SQL, this book would actually be very beneficial because it gives you examples of how to do it and then how to manipulate your code. In the chapter, she goes over select statements, where clauses, she goes over case statements, SQL joins, aggregating results, window functions and subqueries, date and time functions, which I know can be a headache at times. And so especially is useful with the subqueries. Now I will say that if you never use SQL, and then her introduction of the subqueries can be a little hard to understand. Because I know for me, subqueries were one of the harder things for me to wrap my brain about and really go in the code and see what is going on. So if you want more information on that, if that's what you're looking for, you want further information, there's other books that I would recommend on learning about subqueries. However, when she goes over window functions, case statements, joins, all that, she does a very good job of getting straight to the point and giving you the information. And so, like I've been saying before, if you are a data analyst, you're already a year in, this book isn't going to serve you. There's other books that I would recommend. If you are new data scientist, statistician, then this book would probably be helpful for you. Now, for me, is it a book that I'm gonna keep because that I'm gonna go out and buy because I borrowed it from the library? No, it won't. It doesn't serve me, but I could see it serving others. In particular, there's probably a handful of people who I could be like, hey, you were asking about SQL resources. This book would probably work for you because it isn't that expensive. I was looking on Amazon and it's about $35. Now, in the back of the book, the suggested retail price was $50 for US and $59.99 for Canada. I would not pay that price. The $35 that it's going for on Amazon, I think it's a good middle ground. So if you guys want more book reviews saying, hey, I'm looking into buying this book, do you think it's worth it, Sin? hit me up. Leave your questions or recommendations of books that you'd like me to read in the comments. My next book that I'm going to be reading is Essential Math for Data Science. This is how it looks like. And SQL, all in one for dummies. And I will see you guys later.